So please start the applause going for our next guy from Nara, lovely man. Please make welcome Lenny. He's from Nara. He does the best he can. Let's try it again. Please make welcome Lenny.
Okay. Oh. I lost a bit of a shoe there. No, I'm the closest thing to a girl in this class, but I only ever get hit on by lesbians. I don't like pina coladas, but I do like driving my Barina in stilettos. Oh no, 2 transgendered jokes in a row. You know, in every situation, if somebody ends up naked, you know something's gone wrong. Something hasn't quite gone according to plan. It's like if you're breaking up with your better half or your worse half, and you end up naked, you've either been conned into having into making up, that way, or you've whatever it's called, or she's borrowed her stepbrother's video camera and he's getting some butterscotch revenge, or bittersweet revenge. Or if you wake up on a train, naked, bonded to the seats with your own shoelaces, you never planned to be there. But there are some situations where you can end up naked, but if you end up there clothed, then you like in the shower, then you also know that you've snorted red cordial, thrown up in the punch, and made out with your girlfriend's mother and father. I used to play this game called Cosmo's Cosmic Adventures, because it was Cosmo's Cosmic Adventures, and it featured a green alien with suction cup hands. Suction cup hands? Suction cup hands, right? And where was I heading with that? Well, for starters, he had suction cup hands, and this wouldn't be a bad idea because it'd make things easier. Like it'd be much easier to scale the Sydney Opera House, and it'd be easier to hitch a ride. You can just, but it'd be harder to drive. Thank you. She's still going. Just for me. But it'd be harder to drive because just to follow on to the other bit, it was easier to hitch a ride, which was the funny bit. But it'd be harder to drive because you got suction cup hands. But if you were in an accident, it'd be easy to pop the dents out. But it'd be harder to do other things like wipe your bum. But it'd be easier to do a poo. Yeah. Easier to unplug the toilet as well. There must be people with suction cup hands, because how else would they graffiti the front of trains? They're flying along there at 100 kilometres per hour. Fuck you, Greg. You'd stuff up the spelling if you were going that fast. And then I don't know how he held the spray can. I have to turn the page here, otherwise I'll tell you the same jokes again. Thank you. But cockroaches have suction cup limbs. That's how they climb up walls. There's no other explanation. But cockroaches would be the only things, the only animals and everything to survive an atomic blast. And because humans won't survive the atomic blast, but the only humans that would survive the atomic blast are the ones the generations whose ancestors mated with cockroaches. Survive that. You're bound to get, RTD, roach-transmitted disease, worms or something. The thing with worms is they're like stomach worms or whatever you want to call them. They're named after the meat that you get them from. So you got beef worms, which are named after beef. Okay. You have fish worms, which are named after fish, and you have pork worms, which are named after pig meat. But what always worries me is when somebody gets dwarf worms, because I know what they're eating and it's not legal. But a good place to get worms is from chicken, and the amount of hormones they're putting into chicken now, and like the worms have a real attitude because of but they keep pumping the chickens with hormones, and I was eating so much chicken, and I was just eating it, and all this chicken, and I just kept eating chicken, and there's all the hormones, and I was eating all the chicken, and I actually grew a boob on my leg, like there. I'll point to it there. Can you see over there? But it's not there anymore. But pulling a hemi became a different sensation. But it did come in handy, and it's like if we were out of milk, it's like we're out of milk, and it's like, don't worry, you can borrow some of mine then. Just milked it by like you milk one, and then oh hey Lenny, can I borrow some milk? Yeah, sure. That's not my boob. I was like, oh, this milk is curdled. I also grew a fingernail on my schlong, which came in handy when scratching my boob. Thank you.
Obviously, I didn't open it wide enough.